I'm going to replace the garage cable and the bottom bracket as well as the roller. So this has been postponed for a long time. So I'm going to do this now this weekend. And I have the cable and the bottom bracket and the two rollers. So I'm going to do this, and I don't know what is the right way to do it. See, that's the bottom bracket. It's got a cable keeper over there. I don't need that cable keeper because I no longer have the kind of garage opener that needed a cable keeper. See, the cable is back here. It's back here behind this, what do you call this vertical track. And it's attached to the bottom bracket, and at the top is attached to the drum. This is a drum that's attached to that one. I have these two winding rods, and they are about 16 inches long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wind the spring. Not unwind the spring, but wind the spring by 18 inches. By a quarter turn, I'm sorry. So I'll wind this, and I'll push this one in here, and then I will release it, and so make sure I push it all the way in, and I release it. I winded the spring and held the extra tension on the spring with the winding rod against the top of the garage door. What happens here is, on the cable came loose. See that? Because I winded the spring, the cable came loose. So I'm going to remove the cable and replace it, as well as the bottom bracket and roller. I removed two screws here, one here and one here, and I removed the cable keeper, which I don't need anymore. And I will remove the final screw from here, and you're going to see nothing wrong with it. Usually people worry about the tension in the cable, but I don't worry about it because I release the tension on the cable. Okay, this is the last one. See that? It came loose and it's fine. So what I have to do, here's what I did. I loosened this screw here. This screw, which is for this track. And another one here in the next bracket. This one. I loosen this screw and this screw. That way I can move this track away from the door a little bit more, and I force a piece of wood here. This is a 5/4 decking, 5/4 decking. I force this piece of wood here and give me enough room here to take the bracket out with the roller. I have replaced the cable and the bottom brackets and the bottom rollers. So I'm about to release the spring. So right now this cable is loose because I've tightened the spring quarter turn. And I have this cable held down by a clamp, a spring clamp. And the reason is I want this cable to go into the last groove. See that? There's a groove here. The cable has to go into the last groove. Otherwise it will not work correctly. So that's why I've pulled the cable down tight, and I've held it down with a clamp. Otherwise, if I release the spring, this cable can go anywhere, any which way, and it will not work correctly. So I got this cable, I pulled it tight. See on top here, this cable goes into a notch here. There's a notch here on the side of this drum. Okay, I'm going to release the spring and the cable will become tight and it will be fine. Let me release the spring. I'll lift this up and I'll take out this one and then slowly lower this one. Okay, I lowered it and you can see the cable has become tight, and I'm going to go and remove the two clamps on each cable on each side of the garage, and we are all set.